You know, people have been asking me what you call it, but I really don't know what to call it. So I'm going to call it ghetto syndication. I don't know. What are the humans doing?
Do you think you're ready? Can you handle the truth? Or are you in denial and demanding more proof? They demonstrate in real time how they're spinning you lies, but no one pays attention, no one opens their eyes. They walk around like zombies with their head in the mobiles, signaling their virtues with a pic on their profile. Yeah. Signaling their virtues with a pic on their profile. So if you think you're ready, you don't need more proof. Conspiracy deniers are denying the truth. They fabricate our problems and pretend to provide the best solution, but we all know they lie. They lied about the weapons and they lied about health. They lied about the fact that they're transferring the wealth. You should really notice how they're pushing the fear. Keep everybody terrified and not thinking clear. Yeah. Everybody's not thinking clear. Keep everybody terrified. Yeah, can do nothing. Keep everybody terrified and not thinking clear. When you do, you realize that this is a trick. It's getting really stupid now, they're taking the mic. Said, do you think you're ready? Can you handle the truth? Or are you in denial and demanding more proof? They demonstrate in real time how they're spelling you lies. But no one pays attention, no one opens their eyes. They walk around like zombies with their head in the mobiles, signaling their virtues with a pic on their profile. Yeah. Signaling their virtues on their profile. Hey.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sasquatch Shields for Sasquatch Shields, so you don't have to. I have a very special guest tonight, somebody I've actually worked with myself, and I've enjoyed every bit of it. Recently, we did Peter Pan and The Wizard of Oz, where I got to play a really skunky pirate that for some reason had a questionable accent. And otherwise, I was Professor Marvel in The Wizard of Oz. So if y'all want to check that out, check his channel out. It is pinned in my chat. I'm not sure what everybody else is doing with theirs, but we're going to bring up everybody who's streaming, and AJot's going to help me remember everybody that's streaming, and Scully is going to sit there and be absolutely beautiful. How are you doing, Ben?
Well, hello, Tingle Brains. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you.
That's magnificent.
Brain tingles begin.
Fantastic.
Tingle, tingle, tingle. Homeless in America. Tingle, tingle, tingle. Is Ska.
Fantastic.
How you doing, darling?
Let me see if I can fix this because I just moved something. I'm not sure where I moved it to.
It's Kathleen.
There we go.
Listen to the sound of my voice.
All right. Okay, so AJot, who all is here streaming with us today? We have me, Caucasian Sasquatch. We have you, AJot, American Justice of Texas, AJot's Corner, and
Fire Phoenix.
Fire Phoenix. Thank
My
you.
second channel, yes.
Izzy Pop is also
Plug his
streaming
link.
to her channel, and
Yes.
Scully is streaming to his channel. We call it Ghetto
Wow.
Syndication.
Consortium.
We may update that in the future. I thank you, AJOT, and now you're going backstage to be powerful in moderation.
Yes.
Love you.
Is this Scully live
Oh,
on
right.
camera?
So I got this
Yes,
little
it
thing
is.
I do. I come in, we do this bit, we talk for a second. I'm going to go back and award the awards because we have the very first double gold I've ever seen. Izzy Pop gets the gold in at least 2 chats, and she may have beat out another chat. I just haven't checked it because I don't know. But
So
let's
am I in
find
the
out.
running for this?
You're the guest. You can't win.
Oh, maybe I'll get a booby prize.
You catch it next time. So we've got Izzy Pop gets the gold, Ducky gets the silver, and Guru and Wahoo the turtle get the bronze. Welcome in. We got
Guru
Gene
tingles.
lots of Izzy Pop and Heather Holt. Good to see you. AJOT's, of course, around. That makes sense. You know, she's backstage and everything.
Wow, a lot of good names out there.
Well, y'all were in here just chatting away, wasn't y'all? Pendar, Kim Maple Syrup, good to see you. Snark and Sass has come through, at least one of the chats. Oh, we got Ernie Hatmaker over here. She's previous guest. It's fantastic. So Snark and Sass, ATL Transparency News, Sandra Piper, Figment of Kimkins.
Kimmykins. Figment of Kimmykins.
We got Fire Phoenix, Janica,
Half Tingle.
just Tammy today. Oh,
Tammy
good.
Tingles.
Want you to be too much more. Brewers Prospecting.
Kim Maple Syrup.
Russell Sperry, welcome back, bud. Good to see you. Always great to see a multi-viewer. Matthew the King. Homeless in America, good to see you. Kat Lynn. She's confused about where she's supposed to be. And I guess a few of y'all are probably getting about 15 different notifications right now. We got DJ Is. Aziz
Hey, DJ.
Good to see you, bud. Nicolina 777. Rosalang, good to see you. Black National Freedom Fighters in here.
Wow.
It's always good to have one of those, right?
Does it tell you how many's in your stream from all the
30
streams?
total across all the streams.
Okay. Hey, Kaz.
And I
The
think
NDT
I got to
show.
check my phone to figure out how many's just in mine. We
Bingus,
got
bingus.
Rumsky. Yeah, I approve, dude. Rum is the way to go.
I'm already having fun.
Michelle's
I'm so
Global Media.
excited.
She's in the chat. Ghost Eagle, good to see you. Half
You get to
pint.
see me on camera tonight, huh?
Right, I'm impressed. We got Joko, Kansas City, Kansas Cop Watch. Joko, Kansas Cop Watch. Fab Daddy 44. Y'all are going to get me with these names one day. J-Rock's Media Channel. Kaz.
Wow.
Traders.
I see a lot of
See you.
familiar
Fingers,
faces.
welcome in,
A lot
bud.
of
Good
new
to see you.
faces.
I've got to be catching up sometime. Big Movie Fan 18. Wait. Okay. All right. That's interesting. But we're just going to skip right by that. I'll come back to
Joni
that.
Rotten in my chat. Where's she?
We got Jamie Lynn Barbarian. She's changed her name
Jamie
again.
Lynn.
Toe for Life's in here. Good to see you. I finally caught up with the bottom of the chat. Mean
Oh,
girl.
there's
Welcome.
Joni Rotten. Rotten tail.
All right, bud. So I got this bit I do, right? I got a friend of mine named Captain Curmudgeon. He's a previous guest on the show, and he does these excellent monologues. And I go and poach a few off of his channel to use to kind of break the ice in here. I don't necessarily agree with everything the man says. I just think he's funny the way he says it. He reminds me of a much more laid back Dennis Miller, like an early Dennis Miller. Check out the way he lays stuff out, dude.
Nicolina.
Of the whole concept of trigger warnings, this idea that says you should always issue some sort of preemptive disclaimer before displaying any content or even saying any words that some people might find upsetting. But that all changed for me yesterday in one harrowing moment that I can never get back. For I am now living involuntarily in a world where I have seen Admiral Hunter Biden, America's greatest naval hero, in the nude. And nobody gave me the courtesy of a trigger warning before it happened. I just innocently clicked on a news article that was about the contents of the famous laptop from hell. And before my eyes knew what was happening to him, I had been subjected to a Hunter Biden birthday suit bathroom selfie, which was done in a style where I think he was attempting to emulate your typical OnlyFans cam horror girl by having his face and his stark naked backside displayed simultaneously through the magic of mirrors. But hey, I guess if there's any man in this world who's an authority on the magic of mirrors, I would have to think it's Admiral Hunter Biden. Mirrors are so amazing, guys. You can use them to take pictures of your wrinkly middle-aged man ass, and you can chop lines on them. Just don't ever try doing both things at the same time with the same mirror, or else your whole stash is going to wind up going to waste. And trust me on this. Now, each time there's a new disclosure of content from the aforementioned laptop from hell, I go back in my mind to 13 months ago when the New York Post first broke the story. And even though nobody ever questioned the veracity of their reporting, probably because that reporting was 100% correct, big tech and the fake news media immediately circled the wagons and started working to memory hole the story just as hard as they could. Twitter went so far as to ban the New York Post for 2 weeks for violating their policy on something called misinformation, the definition of which seems to be anything that reflects unfavorably on the Democrat Party's presidential nominee. Facebook banned its users from posting and sharing, even in private messages, any links to the New York Post's reporting about the laptop. Not to be outdone, CNN and the New York Times got 17 former intelligence officials, honorable, upstanding straight shooters like Jim Clapper and John Brennan, to sign a memo stating that the alleged Hunter Biden laptop, it's got all the hallmarks of a Russian disinformation campaign. Of course, they never bothered telling us what those hallmarks actually are, man. But that's not important. When former heads of the CIA and the FBI and the NSA, former directors of national intelligence, when guys like that say something is Russian disinformation, you don't ask questions. You just thank God that we have such honorable,
I'm not going to lie, but I might have
servant.
jumped to a conclusion about your channel when I saw it first. I'm not going to lie. I did.
Hang on one second.
I'll blame him a bit. All right.
Sorry.
You get the idea how captain goes.
So you not say that again now?
I said you get an idea of how the captain goes. He says what he wants to say, and he doesn't really care how folks feel about it. I absolutely love it. He trips me out. So welcome to the show, bud.
Oh, thanks. I'm having fun already. I don't really know what to, I've seen your shows so many times, but I'm kind of like stuck. I don't really know what's going on. So
yeah, I got a couple of little bits that I do. Right. And
yeah, I think that's good to remind your guests like what's going on, kind of thing as you go.
Yeah, occasional. So I've got a bit where we go and dig up the very earliest video you've got on.
Yeah, I remember you.
I've got a bit where we check out your most recent one, or the most recent one I had when I was going through and building the lead. And then
is that a video or a live stream that you picked out?
It would be.
I'm so tired of being here, expressed by all my childish fears. Because your presence still lingers here.
Hey, Trinity Trail. But yeah, okay.
Love.
I'm just curious. Was ASMR the first place you went to when you started doing the YouTubery?
No, really by far. I mean, I listened to ASMR several years ago. I thought it was really cool, but I never really thought I'd be intertwined with it in my content. In fact, I never really thought I'd be a narrator for that matter. I was more interested in making publishing videos, trying to help people publish books.
That's cool. Recently, and I'm going to get back around to you starting your channel and that, but I want to cover this real quick while we got 40 people in here.
I mean, I've always had a love of books, though. So
absolutely, I can tell by the choices you make and what we've been looking into doing. But you've recently been doing more of a directorial producer kind of concept where you have 8 or 10 people come in on StreamYards. Everybody does a different voice part. Um, how far do you see that type of thing going? Do you see it going more towards a pre-recorded scripting and doing like action novels?
I think there's possibilities there. I thought about how everything's kind of metamorphosed into what it is today. I was initially narrating by myself, and it's kind of spreading your wings. Thought, well, we'll bring some people up. I did some work on some other channels, and for one reason or the other, things get twisted, out of shape at times, but whatever. We're all
It
on this
always goes
platform,
on.
doing what we do. I kind of picture we're down the line getting some famous people to come up and read with us. I have pictured it metamorphosing into that, but as far as doing pre-recorded stuff, I don't see why you can't evolve in that fashion.
Okay, there's a channel on YouTube called Graphic Audio, and this is basically what they do is take various out of print or public domain type novels, and they go in and do the whole. Did that switch? That did switch. Hold up, we're not there yet. And do the whole sound effects in between the lines with full voice actors doing all the parts. It would be a lot easier to work with on an editor than trying to get the individuals. It's like herding cats, trying to get YouTubers to get together on an idea, which I want to say the Wizard of Oz went off without a hitch, man. That was amazing.
Yeah, we didn't have too many hiccups, that's for sure. It was great.
Even the mic drop was well timed.
Right? I know right where you're talking about too.
Yeah. Oh, it was great.
As far as the future goes, you can look at my initial work here, like in this video. I think it's a lot of, I've even got the KineMaster watermark there, but it's a lot of static videos kind of linked together. But you can see the evolution of my graphic design to where I've taken it. And ironically, I get kind of to the pinnacle of what I'm working with graphic design, and all of a sudden all this AI art starts coming out, and like the fine line between what is permissible and what is not as far as AI generated content goes. But the thing was, I didn't realize like the genie's out of the bottle now with all that stuff. So there's not really any stopping it. I think that it's okay to use it. Why not?
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you're looking for hours of stock videos and footage and stuff, whereas you can type into a prompt and get what you're looking for. You got to be crafty with how you do it. So,
Yep. Yeah. Just about every one of my shows is a strike waiting to happen. All I need is one guest to get with me and say he's re-uploading my content.
And there's another thing, Sasquatch. I'm interested in helping other channels with their art and channel design and branding, things like that. That's
mainly what this is trying to connect enough people together to get individual channels to improve. I'm not trying to make you do anything more than you want to do. You want to do your channel better, right?
Yeah, right.
It would be easier to do that if you had, the right programs and the right people teaching you how to use
truthfully, the idea of getting into YouTube started when I realized I was just watching YouTube videos and I wasn't watching TV anymore. Right. And then I said, well, what could I do is get my son, make some videos with my son and his drumming, and then also make some videos of me in my hair salon and do hair tutorials. But I realized quickly that's
come down there and get my hair did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a broad.
Now I got bills on me. I'll show up. I will show up and make a shame-faced liar out of you. Don't threaten me with a good time. I will have my hair did.
Oh, I've been doing hair for like 20 years. I can do anybody's hair. So anyway, I don't know. But then I said, there's just too many people making beauty videos, and there wasn't near as many people narrating books. And that's kind of when I've just dipped my toe in the water, so to say. But
been doing real nice.
But remember what I said though, like in the beginning, I didn't know I was going to narrate books. I just wanted to make publishing videos because I'd already had a couple of books published, and I just took from traditional publishing to becoming an independent author. I had to go through a process with that. So I was going to help other people go through the process that I had and make it easy for them, you see.
Yeah.
But then I said, when I was doing that, I said, I need to do something else. I need that other video where you throw the paint on the wall. And I said, what could I do that would entertain people while I teach them how to do that? And I said, I could just read them my books, my novels. And then everybody was like, hey, why don't you read this? You should read that. And
Right.
I was like, whoa, what's going on here? You know, the butterfly coming out of the cocoon, you know, like some kind of thing, man.
Well, you have some of the best sound I've heard on YouTube.
Well, thank you.
Most ASMR channels that are doing this have jerked their mics so far hot that they're burning out mics in between different sets and whatnot. And you keep it at least reasonable.
Yeah,
what's up, Sean? See you. Free side. So you're looking more into the live action type stuff like we did with the Wizard of Oz than the recording thing?
It seems to be where my views are, is in the live theater, live narration. You look at some of the videos of my readings I release or remaster, they don't get near as many views. So
yeah, no, it makes sense. Do you reckon it would carry over into a recorded performance? Say we come in backstage and do a 4-hour.
Oh yeah, that would be super cool. Actually,
edit out all the riffraff and the Jimmy Johns, you know.
Like have like a say like the Thursday night or Friday night. Do it on a night where it's not busy on YouTube. Everybody come backstage and do a production and, you know, put all the bells and whistles on there as far as the metadata goes.
You can put the bells and whistles on it in editing rather than trying to do it live.
Yeah, man, just download it and remaster it and whatever, you know, you use. You could add some sound effects. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just need a little kick in the ass, you know.
Oh, I can't do none of this stuff myself, but I could help you do it. I don't understand why my brain works that way, but it does.
Well, yeah, though, right?
I can do a little editing. I'm no Picasso. I'm not a master. We're still working on that 10,000 hours, you know. All right, so I got this little bit that I do. It's kind of a joke, but at the same time, I believe every word of it.
You know about cars? Yes, I'm a paleontologist.
Oh, it's okay. There's dynamite in this bag too. I am a paleontologist.
I'm a paleontologist.
Paleontologists study really old stuff.
Like crackers.
Because bad movies are funny.
Right, so that's a bit from Deary Off the Wall. You can find it on Amazon, made by some fellow YouTubers out there. They're a real group. They really do that.
Gemma,
salsa juice. You drinking salsa juice over there?
Yeah. What is it?
That's hardcore, dude. That's straight metal.
We don't waste.
All right, so you do most of your work in your studio, right? You've got something, you've outfitted someone at the studio. Okay, I figure you just about have to in order.
Well, I'm working on. I do all my editing on my phone, but I'm still in my studio because I got all the other assets on the PC. I'm up and down with the cloud, and you know, I thought maybe I'll take y'all behind the scenes one day and show you how I make videos and what I go through, and that'd be kind of cool.
I know, man. Good to see you.
Would you like that? Maybe
that's cool. I like it anytime.
Have like a side cam of me working, you know, how I do it, and then people say, "Well, what are you doing with that?"
A creator steps out of their comfort zone and does something different.
You do like that, you say?
I love that because you never know. Sometimes you step out of your comfort zone right into where you're supposed to be.
Okay. Matthew the King.
Yeah, he's cool beans. He's been around here for a minute. We got half bite. Ernie Hatmaker, Izzy Pop, who
Cheshire
has the
Cat.
link. She can drop in after dark if she wishes.
Wait, it's a half tingle. It's not even tingles. It's a half
Only a
tingle.
half tingle. Not sure how that would work.
How's Izzy doing back there?
Oh, she's not even backstage. She's in her chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Everybody smash that like button wherever you might happen to be. Towards the end of the chat, I'm going to try to drop my chat link before I go off Sasquatch Shields, because it's going to end on all other channels when the music plays. But on this channel, we're going to go for another hour where I've got some videos brought up and we're going to talk about.
That's a cool name, Invictus Media. Invictus Media.
Oh, dude, there are some really good ones. I've come across a handful of really good ones. And let me tell you something. Would y'all email me? It helps if your email is similar to your name, because I don't know who Ducky77 is. I've never seen a Ducky77 chat. I don't know.
Ducky Tingles.
Right? I've never met these people, so I don't. They're like, yeah, you want to do an interview, we can do it, but
there's
okay.
Ernie Hatmaker. Hey, Ernie.
She's everywhere you want to be, man.
Jim, Holly, Dolly.
Let's see.
I hear the Swahilians in the distance.
Right, you did your very earliest upload was how to read books effectively.
Oh, cool.
Are
we gonna watch that?
Look at them motherfuckers playing possum.
Oh my god!
Each other and tried to figure out.
No, I'm not going to subject you to the.
No, let's hear some of that. That was cool.
We can listen to some of it, but I'm not going to try to abuse you with your own voice. Or do you like that kind of thing?
Be my guest, man. I want to hear how I used to sound. You know.
The spider leapt to the ground and found a safe haven under one of the rig's tires. These ain't supposed to be alive when they get her, Moody Washington said to the men. Danny cut in. Sometimes them containers get air in them. That's the only way they'll live like that. He spat tobacco juice on the ground. One time we had a banana snake on our hands. Motherfucker came out hissing and squirming all over the place. Now those you gotta watch out for. Sorry, sons of bitches. If you get bit by one of them, you better get to the hospital quick, or you'll start foaming at the mouth and all kinds of shit. Like premised at Danny's rendition of such a situation. They were behemoths. It was strange to see them copy.
You've got a distinct talent with narration. You really do. It's not just in the quality of your mic, it's in the quality of your voice.
Yeah, you know, I think I've read a lot of books, so I kind of always acted it out in my head, but I just had to find that voice and into the mic. So,
have you hiccups? Have you tried work? Have you? Okay, you said you did some work with some other channels. I've found myself, at least, that it's a lot easier just to basically donate the work to other channels and not try to worry about doing any kind of like financial collaborations, because that always gets twisted. It always gets twisted.
Yeah, because we're all in the same boat like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as far as collaboration is about the ultimate form of compensation when it comes to this in long term. So anytime you can get a gathering of the minds like this, I think it impresses a lot of people. I mean, certainly there's the financial end of this. Nothing's free, but you just got to chip at it. You know, spend a little time every day figuring out how do you monetize things, I guess. I mean, none of us got it figured out. So
yeah, and once you do start figuring that out, they change the terms of service.
I mean, look, I'm kind of lucky. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have to work a whole lot, you know. I do hair on the side. I make, you know, enough whatever and to pretty much do YouTube full time. And not having to go to Best Buy and work from 8 to 5, come home, try to do this, you know.
Right.
So,
Same here, but
excuse me. And I think it takes courage to make that move. You kind of have to know inside how you feel. You know, if you really want to go all in on this or whatever it is you do, if it's a hobby, whatever. But as far as a business goes, is small content creation is one of the fastest growing businesses in America. So it
It's
makes
true.
sense to be in that field if you're interested in like quick growth. But you know, with that being said, YouTube is probably the best platform for that. So there's a lot to be said about that. I see a lot of people out here that have monetized channels, and some of them are trying to become monetized. It's a grind. I've had lawyers tell me I have never had done anything like this. It's harder than law school. So it's
There's
high
tons of
risk, high
special-
payoff when it comes to that, and it's a roll of the dice. You know, there's a lot of traps.
That's kind of why I put this together. This whole thing. We have a very interesting circumstance with a very interesting combination of technologies at our fingertips, and we do things that previously in previous cultures was a valued commodity. People would live their whole lives traveling from village to village and doing nothing but
Look,
telling
man, this
stories.
world's getting ready to go through either getting ready to go through a renaissance, or we're going to become a dystopian world. And God help us, we can only hope that like artificial intelligence won't eliminate the humans. But I mean, I tend to be on the bright side and look at it optimistically. You know, you remember during the Black Death, after that was the Renaissance, and it's not all too different than what's going on today. I mean, it's a lot of tools at our disposal, and almost too many in a way. But
Okay, well, I kind of disagree on that. There's too many choices, but there's only a handful of actual tools available. When it comes down to it, you have your basic mic, take your pick. There's all kinds of flavors. You have your basic editing suite, take your pick. There's all kinds of flavors. Shotcut is free. Does everything else does. It's free. All of it. You can do any type of broadcasting software you want. OBS is free. Does everything all of the others do, but it's free. Complicated as hell, but free.
Yeah. With,
You
know, a lot of them come have their
OBS with a good editor and a good camera, and you have the ability of reproducing virtually any show you've ever seen in the history of movies.
Yeah, you can do it all free. I mean, their stuff is there to work with.
But if you don't know, if you're just starting out and you're just getting into this stuff, and you're like,
you can see right there on that video up there, it says made with KineMaster. That's the free version. I mean, you'll get a watermark on a lot of stuff, but I do pay for it now. I mean, I can make a motion picture with this thing if I put my mind to it. But
yeah,
I mean, there's so many to choose from.
It's true. And my point is while you do have to learn to use any of it you get, the more you spend on the editing suite, the easier
like you went like more into the audio. I mean, you got the best audio out there. So I mean, that's like you could go.
You know, that's a
put more money into that, or
broken mic. That's all a byproduct of having gotten a broken mic when I started all of this. My mic was actually damaged, and I couldn't figure out how to make it work. And by the time I got around to realizing my microphone was damaged, I had fixed every sound problem you could imagine. So now I've pretty well worked.
You could do a whole show on that.
I really could. I mean, it wouldn't be difficult. I would run out of time because of what you're using.
There's Nez.
Hello, Nez.
Hello, my pretty Izzy Pop Tingles.
I hope I got my legs over here on autopilot bouncing right now.
Vibrating out of the room.
It don't come through the mic.
No, you're good. You're good. Even if it does, dude, I once interviewed, actually, just a couple of days ago, I interviewed a goblin.
Am I doing pretty good so far?
No, you're good, dude. This is the whole purpose, is to bring people in, let them see you, let them check you out, get your channel, because it's linked in, I think, all the chats currently. Anybody that wants to tune in can.
Brain tingles.
And we're going out on like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's 5 channels. So we're doing pretty good. There's 40 people in here right now. I don't know why they're still here. I thought this was gonna. Oh, okay, it's just looping.
Diabolical.
Right. All right. So the next bit I have is a recent upload that you did that is basically just sound effects for
Okay.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, looks like an overlay. Yeah.
It's the overlay video for the Wizard of Oz.
Cool.
And basically, this is a bunch of stock sounds and stuff so that when we're doing the reading and whatnot, it's not just dead sound in between lines. And another thing that applies to your channel that doesn't always apply to most channels. Most channels are derived from uploading videos and uploading specific things. You're currently going through a bit of a metamorphosis doing the live action constructions that you're doing, the production.
Yeah, definitely.
That's pretty wild. Trying to get YouTubers to do anything in particular is much like herding cats.
Thank you.
So your ability to get 6 YouTubers in the same place is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I've had it happen, never on purpose.
Tingle.
And Miss Kush. Where's Kush?
Cushy Kush.
Oh, there she is. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Hand, pink, waving hand, pink, waving hand, pink, waving hand. That's how it kind of shows up on this side, y'all. I don't get it. I don't know. Oh, it's the thing, I guess.
Look like, what's that guy in the Mad magazine when I smile?
No, you're good,
dude's name? Oh shit, y'all tripping me out. Hell yeah.
Well, that's kind of the point here, is to kind of pull back the curtain and look at the wizard, you know.
Catalina. Hey, Rosaline. Johnny Small Pepper Tingles.
Conscious Evolution channel. That's cool.
Hey, Dana. Conscious Evolution.
Okie Grower 75. Johnny Small Pepper. Welcome back, bud. Good to see you. But yeah, no, he does. Oops, I think we just lost A-Job.
I think that was from the Bonnie and Clyde that Izzy Pop and I did there.
Yeah, it's a bunch of different. Was it Bonnie and Clyde?
I like that music.
Yeah, it's on like every YouTube short ever, everywhere, forever. It's everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's one of the older original YouTube tunes. Hey, Jason, welcome to the show, bud. Good to see you.
Jason Gaudet.
So, you started up your YouTube. You were telling people how to do. You're doing videos explaining how to have your work published, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I bet it's fixing to kick me out of here.
Uh-oh.
Wow, my signal just dropped out. Anyway,
I probably had about 40 videos that I deleted. I'm not sure.
You just got rid of them? You didn't even archive them?
I just got rid of most of them, kept a few. I mean, there might be some old lives where I talk a little bit about publishing or about how to write a book, which it might not be that might be a nice little aside, some content. I can talk about like how it is, not how to publish, but how you actually write a book.
Yeah. There's a
I
few.
mean, I have written. Excuse me. I have published 2 books, and I have 2 others that I've written. So
there's a few channels that go through different methods of publishing, self-publishing, or whatnot. It's not a glutted market, but they do exist.
I don't know. I think people are a bit misled about the publishing world. You think you're going to write one book and it's going to be the save all to everything, but I mean, you really need to write about 8 or 12 books if you want to make a living at it. So
right.
But I mean, like I said, I've excuse me, I've read over 4,000 books in my life, so I'm certainly well read, and I know how to analyze a plot and how to put a book together and finish a novel, and how to take it to publication. I don't know that I'm going to be sitting there reading a bunch of books in the rest of my life. I'm more into like narration and helping people, with other works and just, if somebody wants to submit something for me to read, I'll read it for you. But I don't know. I've read enough to last a lifetime. Say again?
Has anybody ever gave you some weird suggestions for to read?
Yeah, I've had a couple of crazy ones,
Well, I'm not going to dig too deep in it, but I'll tell you what.
Like 50 Shades of Grey and
sure, yeah, no, that's as it may be.
The Exorcist. I was like, ooh.
I have one unknown subscriber that randomly sends me bits of newspapers or phone books or catalogs, and it's just, all it says at the top of the header is just read this. And I've never recorded one because, like I said, it's a phone book.
I take requests, if you want me to read something, I can do it.
Yeah, sure. But the thing is like, I don't know who this person is, and they showed up way early in my YouTube career thing, and they randomly send me these really, like, one was an assembly manual for some bit of tech out of World War II. It was like page 43 and 45.
What?
Yeah, no, it's weird stuff. That's what I'm saying. It's really weird. An out of print Western magazine. Advertising.
I did get a request to read. Excuse me, to read the final menu of the Titanic.
Hey, that's not a terrible idea. I like that idea.
Yeah, kind of cool,
That's actually that's a really neat idea.
I think some of it was probably in French, but who knows?
You could fake it with Creole, right?
They probably had a 9-course meal or whatever.
Good Lord. Can you imagine?
That must be an ASMR video there. Can't remember.
It's the end of Read Books Effectively.
Oh, okay.
It does a bit of everything.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time picking the music out.
Well, if you're going to use any music, you're going to end up going through a monstrous mountain load of it before you find anything.
I know, it's like a time suck.
It is. But any aspect of YouTubing can turn into that time suck if you let it.
Yeah, any. You're so right. That's true.
You can spend all your time in live streams every day chatting with people and pick up a few subscribers.
Oh my gosh,
do it that way. You could dive into an editor and never rise to the surface again, working on just your own material from editing or other people's if you wish. You can get into the production side of it with OBS and manipulating media and editing together videos.
I mean, you could do this 24 hours a day
and still end up coming up short as far as YouTube wants you to do.
I mean, here's another thing I can tell you. One of the other reasons I got onto YouTube was so I can kind of make my own schedule, and I promised myself that I wouldn't, kind of deviate from that too much. But, as you know, time goes on, you realize people count on you to be on at a certain time, and like if Izzy Pop doesn't go live, we all have Izzy Pop DTs kind of thing.
Right. Scratching at fleas and circling the cat box.
Exactly. Hey, Rowan Radio. That's a great creator right there. Rowan Radio. He's talented.
Fantastic.
Check his channel out.
We'll bring him in and have a chat.
and the talented Pindar. She can play anything pretty much.
Honestly,
her
I
a
would love to
guitar.
subscribe to everyone's channel, but YouTube only lets me subscribe to about 3,000. And that might sound like plenty, but when you're looking for small creators to promote, it takes about 15 or 20 channels to get one person through the door.
Look at what Johnny Small Peppers.
Oh, I can't catch up with chat.
It's fun.
Yeah, they head to church and thank God. Actually, if I don't go live at least once a week, I start getting emails and phone calls.
Have you ever been to Johnny's live?
A while back. That's one of them I can't keep subscribed to because I subscribe to news channels so often. YouTube undoes subscriptions on the back end. Chaos Theory Productions. That's another good one.
Chaos Theory. Chaos.
Actually, y'all might need to get together backstage and have a chat about special effects and production and stuff.
Who's that?
Chaos.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the live and connect.
Yeah,
with everybody.
It's really too much to keep track of at one time.
That's a pretty cool thing. You just go back and get with everybody later or whatever, you know. I love meeting new people on YouTube, especially when they're, you know, like-minded and doing similar things like graphics and whatnot.
Yeah,
we got Shawshank Redemption coming up soon.
Yeah, I'd heard a little something about it and was wondering, are we
You
doing
gonna play?
Irish as the are we doing Red as Morgan Freeman or Red as the
you know,
Irish
you
guy?
got a deep voice like Morgan Freeman. I wonder who can do that though, you know.
I'm available almost always.
Yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. I know he was from Mississippi, but yeah, it'll be a good all male cast.
Yeah, better be.
Unless Ned's gonna talk like a man.
Lover tingles. Man,
Angela Critters, good to see you.
We're gonna do, you know, we're gonna do the Grease production after that too. Do a full musical with Grease.
Oh Lord, that's a lot of singing. That's a lot of singing.
Hell yeah.
Are we at least going to abbreviate some of the singing, or are we going to go balls deep on it?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Fun.
I have I don't really sing. I imitate. It's like a bird call. I really don't know what it means.
Oh, we heard you singing on the Wizard of Oz. That was good, man. Knocked it out the park.
Shoot. I guess maybe I've encountered talent before.
I never expected going into that. We would be like all singing and like, I didn't think that was going to happen. So I was so thrilled about that.
I was absolutely tickled by the fact that that every time I accidentally didn't unmute my mic because I had both. I wanted
right.
Easy to see that I was muted, so I would mute it on the screen, and I would either forget to unmute my mic, right here, or
we had a lot of fun in rehearsals too. It was just kind of crazy stuff like that.
Angela Critters. She says she's got a man's voice.
A cat scratching a blackboard. Does the blackboard have herpes or the cat? I don't know.
All right, I don't even know what Cat Lynn means by that, but what are they saying?
That was Johnny Small Pepper.
Oh, I see it again. Damn.
Yeah, no. It pops up.
Are they behaving in chat land?
I haven't seen any real problems. Everybody seems to be getting along well. My chat's over here picking away.
Johnny getting everybody riled up out there, huh?
Yeah. Just get them screwed up real tight.
Hey, John.
Wonder what time the liquor store closed. Kind of feel like I need some rub on this one.
I need a shot.
Right? I don't know. I don't drink often. What is?
I don't either.
Once every 3 weeks. But once every 3 weeks, I get this feeling like everything's all gummed up inside me, and I'll sit down and drink a half pint go to sleep,
Yeah.
wake up feeling like $1 million the next morning.
I like a glass of red wine, and about once a month or every few months, have a good old glass of dry red wine, but get that kind of silly buzz going.
Yeah, I mean, I rum, dude. It's sweet ambrosia, nectar of the gods, unspiced rum, not the. I mean, all rum spiced, but I mean, like, not the heavily spiced crap from spiking Captain Morgan's. Tastes like a dirty Dr. Pepper.
Man, bring back some nightmares. Get hung over on something like that. Ooh.
Well, see, that's the trick, though. I know exactly what my limit is. I can drink an entire pint and function as long as I'm not in public, right?
Man.
I'm a person. I'll go to bed like a normal person. I'll wake up like a normal person. Might have a little hangover, not too bad. 1 pint and 1 shot, and I turn into a freaking monster.
Don't take much to go over that limit.
Right?
Do it to you, man.
Absolutely.
Especially that tequila, like Rowan said.
I was fixing to say 1 shot of anything other than rum after I've been drinking rum, and I turn into an absolute insane monster.
I remember last time, like 18 years ago, when I had tequila. That was the last time.
Last time I drank tequila, I ended up with a dog. And I'm not talking an ex-girlfriend. I'm talking an actual physical animal that I had to take care of and keep for the next 5 years.
Woke up with a dog in your bed, huh?
Captain and Dr. Pepper. I've seen it.
I got a feeling you got some good old war stories from back in the day.
Oh, son, I had a buddy of mine who was an absolute psychopath, like not an actual, he was more sociopath than psychopath. No remorse, no second thoughts, carried a 45 with him every day, right? I have some stories that would curl your toenails. This is one of my favorites, and it's a good one. This man once come and picked me up from the pool hall. He's like, "Hey, Sasquatch, I got some business to take care of." I'm like, "Great, you gonna buy me a pint?" He said, "Yeah, sure. Come on." He goes and gets me a pint of Seagram 7. We ride out 2.5 hours out of town over here where he pulls into somebody's driveway, looks at me and goes, "You ain't got to go inside if you don't want to." And I'm like, "Okay." And I walk up on the porch with him. Door opens up, Homecuz hauls through the screen door, lands on top of the dude, and starts beating the cowboy piss out of him. Wow. I stepped in the door, told the gentleman on the couch, "We'll be over in just a minute."
Right.
He gets up, goes back to the truck. I get back in the truck. He backs out of the driveway, looks me straight in the face, and said, "Wrong house," and pulled in the very driveway and did it again.
Damn. The hell? Nuts.
And no remorse, none. I got a few stories to curl your toes, like playing with guns.
Yeah, that's
you know what
dangerous.
You did?
Definitely.
You know what you did?
What's that?
You did a show, the whole thing.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Damn.
We're coming up to the end. This is the part where I'm gonna bring you up and let you have a 3 minutes to do whatever kind of play out you want to do.
Okay.
And when you get done, I'm gonna bring you off the screen. I'm gonna do my play out for Sasquatch Shills, and then we'll come back up with it, and I'll drop the link in chat. I'm gonna end all the peripheral streams, you know.
Okay,
like
I'm just gonna back up and chat a little bit and do a little outro then for a minute or so.
All right, bud.
So whenever you cut me off. Yeah.
Fantastic. Let me know when you're ready.
Whenever you're ready, man. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's CaucAsian Sasquatch. With special guest Scully from Scully's House of Thrillers. We'd like to thank everybody for making time to come out tonight. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. I read my novels, other works in the public domain. Perhaps something that you've written. Send it on over. We'll narrate that for you. Skull. Big shout out to H.I. It's H.I. Tingles. Is Izzy Pop. Y'all go check out Izzy Pop over there. Tingle.
Big movie fan, big movie fan, big movie. Guru and Wadu, the turtle, tingle, 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 tingle. It's Johnny Small Pepper. Kiki, Kimmy Kids. Tongue clicking. Okie Grower 75. Can maple syrup. It's Kathleen. Pindar. Derby Jack.
Fantastic. I'm going to drop you backstage right quick, do my little talk out, play out. We'll be back up in about a minute and 45 seconds or so. Thank you very much for coming in. Much love, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of Sasquatch Shields. Remember, if you would like to come and join the artist known as Scully and many other people you've seen in chat and pop up on the screen, we'll be over here on Caucasian Sasquatch on a live Sasquatch Shields. This will be the After Dark section of the program. I have brought in a handful of videos to check out while we talk about the general issues and vagaries of dealing with YouTube, because they generally suck and don't really try to help us out much at all. So we try to help each other out, and that's the only way we've been able to make any of it work. So if anybody in other chats want to drop my link over here, I'm going to give it about a minute or so to get clicky on it, and then I'm going to end all the other streams, and I hope to see y'all over here. Absolutely magnificent. As soon as I find the right outro. Got so many of them. Nope, wrong one.
Sorry. Good news, though. We're going to have to move the party somewhere a little bit more private, but you're all invited. Lorenzo will give you the details. Yeah!
Hey, she was a cutie in a sundress. I told her I just had to confess. I got a crush on you, darling. Them long tan legs got me falling.